So, I guess we're doing a podcast or something.
This was your idea.
Yeah, well, actually, it was your idea.
No, it wasn't.
Not yours, theirs.
Oh. Actually, no, this was not their idea. They just wanted more of us talking.
That's true.
Given our current lack of interesting things, they probably want us to stop talking now and get on with it.
Alright, so we found a thing today on the internet that talks about, like, dialectical differences in the United States, and how different people say different words in, like, different places and stuff. So we thought, well, we've got a bunch of different, like, locations here.
Should we go over them?
I guess one more time. I'm from Dallas, Texas, but I've lived in Georgia and Tennessee.
I'm from California, Southern California, so down there.
I'm from Florida.
And I'm from Virginia, and I've lived in Maine for a fairly extensive period of time as well.
All that we need is someone from a flyover state and someone from Washington, and we'll have basically all of them. So, yeah, so the stuff that we're going to be talking about today is how different people pronounce different words, or something of the sort.
Because we're all English teachers, and we basically realize that our kids are all going to get regional accents based on where we're from.
Right.
Yeah.
So the first one is the pronunciation of that word.
The sweet, like brown,
yeah, the
sticky
stuff
substance
that you have like in the middle of like a Milky Way and all of that. That's like stretchy and stuff.
It's kind of like butterscotch.
Kind of like butterscotch.
So
How do we say that word?
caramel.
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 Okay, so apparently I'm from, like, Georgia and Tennessee, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
according...
so we're caramel.
You're the one that's different.
Yeah, I'm sort of, like, out of there.
I use both interchangeably, so where do we get green at?
I use both forms, but the two have different meanings. That's
No.
not quite
about
it.
that.
I use them interchangeably.
Yeah, it looks like you're up from Rhode Island, James.
Really?
Little tiny dotted green up there.
The way of pronouncing Ben
the
has been.
bean.
We have been.
Ben. When my JTEs here say bean, I'm always like,
The three of us
technically you're right.
are up here, up north, apparently. We're up in Minnesota and crap.
And I'm, according to this thing, from, like, Pennsylvania area.
What should we be?
You're supposed to be
Ben. Okay, so it's
Ben, I guess.
Ben?
Like sit.
Bin.
Ben.
Or bean as in C.
When you think too hard about it, it sounds weird.
That's
Next.
true.
Bowie knife.
Bowie Knife.
I've never really heard of one before, so
Bowie Knife.
Bowie, yeah. Bowie.
Everyone pronounces it the
Katie
same
is
way.
yellow. I've never seen nor heard this word. And I'm not actually sure where. Maybe this like small section of California.
Yeah, by like
here.
Sacramento it looks like.
And then
San
Bow.
Francisco.
So like the rest of us are from the north.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright.
I'm apparently not where I should be. Okay, next one. Crayon.
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 You do it! You murderer of the English language, you do that!
Whatever you did, just like he did.
No, I had 2 syllables in my
Yeah,
word.
2 syllables,
okay,
but
okay.
the ending was still that and.
Yeah.
So crayon. Me and Katie are this blue one.
Blue, really?
Yeah, so we're like all throughout here.
Oh.
Crayon, in 1 syllable, is green. I have no idea where you're from, James.
I'm pretty sure, like...
That
crayon.
looks-
And I guess
Crayon's
Vincent's
crayon.
red.
Yeah, crayon.
Crayon.
Yeah, I'm probably down in like the Florida, Louisiana area.
What's the other one?
Crown.
Yeah,
Crown?
crayon.
What?
I'm going to go ahead and throw out there that I'm from Florida. However, a lot of Floridians didn't think I was from Florida. They
I
thought
get
was
that
from
too.
England or something.
Yeah,
so
everyone tells me that I should be
I'm
from
not.
England,
I'm
Ireland, or
probably
something.
not a very good representative
Yeah.
of the Florida
No.
dialect.
People can't pin my accent either.
Right.
Next one.
Lawyer.
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 You do that on purpose.
No, like that's how I was raised.
Are you seriously
So,
saying
like,
lawyer?
all of us are up in this burning red area.
Yeah, and then I was from
James
in
is-
Virginia, so
Yeah.
that's
that
where I got
makes
it from.
sense. Yeah. Okay.
That makes sense.
Okay. Do we call it slaw or coleslaw?
Coleslaw.
I say coleslaw.
Coleslaw.
See, like, I'm the only person who calls it slaw because there's different kinds of
Well, like,
slaws.
I would say, like, apple slaw or something like that, but, like, general kind, it's coleslaw. Like, the normal kind that gets stuffed in lunches.
What, it's between slaw and coleslaw?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, coleslaw.
Yeah, coleslaw.
So, do we call it, can we call it slaw?
Slaw. Can you call coleslaw?
I guess you can.
I would say no.
Yeah, you totally can.
You probably can, but...
I guess I'm not green, like, but...
I would say no. Like, for me, slaw just is kind of like the past participle of slay.
Slay, slew, slaw, slain.
Next one. The deepest and most obvious linguistic divine. What word do we use to address a group of 2 or more people?
You guys.
You guys?
Y'all.
I would say you guys if I'm trying to get your attention, like, hey, you guys.
Yeah.
But if I'm trying to give you a directive, I'd say, like, hey, can you all do blah, blah, blah?
Yeah, I stopped using y'all when I moved to Maine, but before that, like, my parents were very good about keeping me out of, like, a lot of southern drawl habits. But y'all was just one that I intentionally kept because it was the most useful, like, because you in plural you, like, that's bullshit.
Right? At least in French they've got one that's like, you know, singular you and plural you.
Yeah, like in Spanish too.
They've got it in Latin as well.
It's
but...
in German, too.
So it's in every language that's any kind of useful and sensible.
So y'all is...
Y'all is this green area down here.
That's
You
not
guys
nice.
is up north.
Yeah,
You
see, I mean,
guys.
Florida really
Guys.
is too far
Guys.
south to actually
You guys.
be south.
Right.
We're kind of part of the north, really.
Hey, use guys.
I'm apparently from both Florida and the north
Right
at
on.
the same
Well, that's what I
time.
was just saying. Florida's kind of like the north. I mean, we're a little too far south to be.
We are a nation divided over mayonnaise. Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise?
You
What?
You cut out the O. Mayonnaise.
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 Mayonnaise is the red stuff.
Ayo.
Mayonnaise, us are blue. And I use both interchangeably.
I guess you don't have one of these, do you, on here?
Well,
Katie's
syllables,
other.
2 syllables.
Oh,
I
there it
suppose
is.
that, yeah, that makes sense.
Blue.
But I suppose we pronounce
No,
our
it's
A.
man.
Oh, man.
Man is the blue one.
See,
Your other
Yeah, I suppose. And where is other on that map, I wonder?
doesn't exist.
Yeah,
Like,
there's
it's
not
in,
enough
like,
of a
Connecticut.
There's not enough of a concentration of it.
Next one. Pajamas.
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 What the hell, you guys?
Meh! So,
Wait,
how do you sing that theme song? Bananas
In pajamas.
In pajamas.
Because banana and pajama
And you
rhyme.
understand that that's a kid's show and it's not pronouncing it correctly.
But they fucking rhyme.
You're learning your English from a banana.
Technically, I'm learning my Australian
wait,
from a
wait.
banana.
So, wait, we do the red, what, right?
Yes,
so
it's
it
in
makes
father.
sense that his was here, because he's blue.
Yeah, what with me being in California, I guess.
Yeah.
But then there's that like weird sliver of red down there in the Southern California
Those
bit.
are like the
All
snowbirds.
stripey.
From Maine.
Okay. Pecan pie.
Pecan pie.
Pecan.
Pecan pie.
You,
High
No,
fives.
James, you say it like The Rock says it.
Pecan pie.
Yeah, whenever The Rock was talking about it, he would be
Pecan,
like,
I guess we're
"That's
blue."
a pecan
Yeah,
pie."
which is weird, because we're not actually from
And then
Maine.
which one are you guys? There's pecan and
Pecan.
pecan.
I'm pecan.
Pecan.
I'm pecan.
And
So I
I'm
guess you're
pecan.
yellow. And James is green. So you're from Maine.
That I would have done
And
for
I'm
my
from,
mom,
like,
so.
Wisconsin.
Oh my god, this one. This one is a war.
Right? Dude, like, it looks like Captain America's shield right here.
I would say cola, but I've been in Japan for 2 years now, and that's the generic, like,
Right.
cola onegaishimasu.
Right. I still call it soda.
I call it
Soda.
I mean,
Because-
if it's a Coke, I call it cola.
Soda
Yeah.
is red.
See, but, like, there's
Yeah,
the
Cola's
makes
not an
sense.
option.
So all you people out there that say Coke, I will accept that.
Yeah.
However, all you people that say pop,
It's weird.
Get the hell out.
Get back to Canada.
No, here's the thing about it, though, right?
it's like Ohio, isn't it? Like
Oh.
pop is.
Well, looks that way. But I mean, like, let's be honest. The thing is actually called soda pop. So.
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah, but.
Back in the 50s.
Yeah.
Are you from the 50s?
I might be.
Then get the back there. Bye, Vincent.
See you guys later. I need to come back wearing like a 50s jacket or something.
I can't help you, I'm
I
sorry.
haven't got any of my costumes.
Tiny lobsters are tearing this country apart.
What?
What do we call the dish from New Orleans?
Crayfish.
Crawfish.
Crawfish.
Crawdad.
Crayfish.
So crayfish is blue, so Katie makes sense.
Crawfish
from
red.
Florida. And crawdad is green.
I love how it's like, I have no word for this critter. Why not? It's obviously a thing.
That's why
Well-
it's like.
Tiny lobster. I think I'm gonna call it tiny lobster.
Well, the thing is that the tiny freshwater
I
lobster.
should call it crawfish. Crawfish.
I would either call it crawfish or crawdad. Like, I usually call it crawdad, but crawfish is another.
I mean, I know the word crawdad.
What do we call
Yeah,
it?
oh, I know of it.
What do we call a traffic situation in which several roads meet in a circle and you must get off at a certain point? A roundabout.
I don't have a word. Like,
Yeah.
I just
Roundabout.
ripped on someone for not having a word for this, but I don't have a word for this one.
You know, I think I would still call it a roundabout, but to me, a roundabout. No, wait, that's something else. What's that called? Where like the cul-de-sac. Never mind.
Oh yeah,
Cul-de-sac.
cul-de-sac is completely
Yeah,
different.
no, like the only
The
thing,
roundabout, yeah.
like the closest thing that I've got to this is a traffic clover. Like, you know that one where there's a bunch of circles and crap all over it?
Yeah, no, definitely roundabout.
Traffic circle. Vincent's from like the East Coast now, apparently. Maybe he's from California. Roundabout. So we're all apparently from Utah.
Oh.
No, roundabout I thought was. Oh.
Blue.
Oh my god, what am I saying?
I don't know.
What do you call it then?
Like, I'm saying roundabout because I saw roundabout, but yeah, I usually would call it a rotary.
Really? Oh,
A
okay.
Yeah.
rotary.
Really?
Oh no, Florida's totally blue. Yes.
I've never heard it called a rotary in my life.
You're also not from the Northeast.
It's
I
just
think I
like,
have heard
look
it
at
called
how
that up there, though.
concentrated that orange is up there. That's
It's
hardcore.
like all up in the
How do we say syrup?
Syrup.
syrup.
Stop thinking about it. Just say
I
it.
don't know if you think there are.
Pancakes with
Oh, let me see.
no.
No, I need to read the word.
This
Yeah,
word.
There it is.
Syrup.
Syrup.
See, like, I feel like you guys say syrup, and
Syrup.
you say syrup, but I'm sort of like in the middle of those.
Syrup.
Again?
Syrup.
Syrup.
Kinda.
Syrup.
There's syrup, which I think is me and Katie, which is the
And
entirety of the
you
country.
are-
Screw both of you.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that we.
Syrup.
Which would be me.
You're there.
And then there's, yeah, it's on there, syrup. That's me.
You
Yeah.
don't exist.
Whoa, I'm
Well,
an
You
anomaly.
may. No, that's still blue.
Well, it's not in, like, the thing is, the thing to keep in mind while we're looking at this is that the lighter colors just mean that it's more of a balance between them, and so,
Yeah.
like, the heavier the color is, the more
Yeah.
one-sided
Or
it
there's
is.
no people there, like in the Everglades.
True.
Like,
What do we call the long sandwich that contains cold cuts, lettuce, and a sub?
It's a sub.
A submarine.
Oh, it's on the
$5 foot long.
That's a
But I have heard the word hoagie before.
Yay!
I've heard it, but I hear hoagie as like
sometimes
the kind of like oddly shaped random bread that you then cut open and put crap in it, but then I also
But
call that a poor boy.
well, sometimes when we go to make subs, we get hoagies.
A hoagie is a kind of bread,
Yeah,
right? See, that's what I'm talking about.
To make this sub.
Yeah.
So what was the?
Oh, we're all basically.
Yeah.
Oh,
Literally everyone except for Pennsylvania.
It's like Philadelphia,
Yeah.
really. Philadelphia really is.
What do we call a thing which we drink water from in school?
A water fountain.
Water
A
fountain.
water fountain.
But Wisconsin and Rhode Island are so weird.
Let's ignore the East and West Coast split and notice that Wisconsin and Rhode Island call it a bubbler.
Well, what?
I've met people who called it
Yeah.
a bubbler.
No, I've met, like, everyone I've
In
ever
the
met
world.
from Rhode Island
Yeah.
has been like, it's a bubbler. Or like, I'm gonna go out to the bubbler. What?
So, what the crap, is that some sort of like drug term?
Yeah.
It's definitely slang for prison sex. What do we call the general term for rubber-soled shoes worn in gym class?
Tennis shoes?
Sneakers.
Tennis shoes or athletic shoes?
Sneakers for me.
Okay, tennis shoes is most of the country. High fives.
Like you do.
Sneakers is up here in the north.
And South Florida.
And south of Florida.
But
And gym shoes. No one says athletic shoes.
Well, it's probably because you live in Japan right now.
yeah.
Do they call them athletic shoes here?
They do.
See. The West Coast is into the... What is the general term for a big road that you drive relatively fast on?
Highway.
Freeway.
Highway.
What the crap, you guys?
Well,
Well,
the
the thing
West
is-
Coast is really into the freeways.
Well, the thing is that the reason why, because we have a lot, like on the East Coast, you have a lot of toll roads.
Yeah.
Whereas on the West Coast,
Dallas is pretty much toll
like
roads, too.
they're primarily like freeways. Whereas like because if you drive from Maine to Florida on the highway,
It's expensive.
you're gonna like there's gonna be
Driving
tolls.
from Tampa to Miami now is way expensive. Or like West Palm Beach.
Yeah.
It's insane.
But
Yeah, well, I mean, like,
But,
I
like-
know the difference between a freeway and a
Right.
toll road, but both the freeway and the toll road are highways.
So why don't you call them a highway?
Because a freeway isn't a highway.
But it asks you the generic term for an open road that you drive fast on.
I guess you'd make a point. But we don't really have very many toll roads, so...
A
Yeah.
bitch slap of justice. Don't throw up on Katie. Katie doesn't deserve that.
Sorry.
Next one. What do we call when rain falls while the sun is shining?
A sun shower.
Stop thinking.
Do you not have a word for it?
I love sunshine.
I would probably call it a sun shower. It's not something that I encounter too terribly.
Yeah, it doesn't
I
happen
have
a
no
whole
term or
lot.
expression for this as most of the nation.
I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't happen a whole lot in... Wait.
The
where's
devil
Sun
is
shower,
bad
you're
at wait.
from like Rhode Island and South New
In
York.
Florida.
I
Oh, in
thought
Florida.
It happens in Florida.
I would like for you guys to look at the third option for this one.
The devil is beating his wife.
Who the fuck says that? Where did that... I'm gonna have to Google this or something.
That
later.
guy lives in Colorado, clearly. He's that tiny speck.
Yeah, no, like, because that's probably the places where it actually happens.
The great part about it is that had to have been a popular enough answer to include.
Right. What is the city?
The city?
Yeah,
The
it's,
city.
it's the like main
I'd say it's the major
large
city that's
thing
nearby
that's
where you
nearest to
live.
where you are,
Yeah.
right?
City closest to you.
We are apparently all wrong. Well, we could be
I
other.
would say like it depends. Like when I lived in, actually no, when I lived in Virginia, the city was whatever city we were closest to.
Right.
Like, or actually it could have been either Fredericksburg or Richmond because I lived in between the two. But when I lived in Maine, like, I knew people who'd be like, oh, I'm going to the city, and they meant Boston.
I didn't actually use this phrase much until I moved to Japan and had to differentiate, like, the small towns around Fukushima City or Fukushima City.
Yeah, because it's, Fukushima City, Fukushima Prefecture.
Mm-hmm.
So you say the city, or,
Yeah.
Fukushima City.
So, like, I honestly, because I lived in Dallas, where it's, like, there's, like, the suburbs and stuff around, but, I mean, I guess you could call it, like, Arlington or Carrollton or whatever, but,
But,
like,
you mostly...
you mean Dallas.
And really, like, if you were going to the city, you'd be, going downtown.
Yeah, I'd say
Yeah.
I need to go downtown to get something. I wouldn't say
Where
the
all
city.
the lights are bright.
Can I kill him?
No.
Yeah, go for it.
Ah!
Hang on.
That's so successful.
These exist. What do you call a drive-through liquor store? Awful.
Drive-through
What the
liquor
fuck?
store?
Come back to life.
A drive-through liquor store.
That's what
I
I call
suppose
it.
I would call it
Awful. Highway to felony.
right? Like a quick ticket to having a felony record on your...
They
God
like I
God
have
damn
seen
it,
them.
Texas.
No, actually, Missouri has them too.
I'm positive Texas has
I'm
some.
from Missouri.
I have never heard of such a thing.
But in the Northeast, yeah, I never heard
A
of it.
brew through.
I cannot believe that. And that's like just over in Virginia. Brew through.
Is that? I don't think. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
let's
it.
Oh,
brew
that,
through.
and you want to know why? Because that's in the Norfolk area.
Moonshine.
So you're gonna have a lot of military people that are gonna.
That is Norfolk, isn't it?
Yeah.
We have no specific term for them.
Yeah.
Or Norfolk, as it is properly called.
I mean,
No,
like-
seriously, everyone in the Navy calls it Norfolk. Like, if you get assigned to Norfolk, oh, you've been Norfolked. Because no one really likes it there.
I mean, to be fair, you're not really supposed to pronounce the L anyway. Norfolk.
Yeah. It you are like you're not.
It's much in the same way that you say that's all, folks.
How do we pronounce the word, the verb to be merry, the name Mary, and the verb to get married.
Okay, so your name
Mary.
is Mary.
Mary.
The happy term is Mary.
To marry.
And then to get, married is Mary.
They're all the same. Thing.
So let's say them all in order that's on there. Ready?
Right.
So
What?
like Mary, go first.
This order you mean?
Yeah.
This order.
That
They're
the
two
small
different.
order.
First.
Mary, Mary, Mary.
Mary, Mary, Mary.
Mary, Mary, Mary.
Mary, Mary, Mary.
I can't believe we're sitting here saying Mary 12 times.
I feel loved.
Mary. You know,
So
it's
like, there's a slight
the funny
pronunciation
thing is,
difference that we have.
It
A little
sounds
tiny
different
one.
in my head.
Right,
when
but
I
it's not
say
like
it.
actually audible, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. All three are the same as most of the country, so James, you win.
Yeah.
Mary and Mary are the same. Mary's. Yeah, I guess that's kind of. I guess I'm bluish, for lack of a better one.
Mary, Mary, Mary.
Yeah, like
How to say it?
I'm the last one because your name and happy are the same, but to
Mary.
tie yourself to another human being for the rest of your life is different.
They all sounded the same to
And
me.
that's
I'm
it.
guessing the rest of you listening to watching this probably felt very similar.
Right.
You can, address this in the comments, I'm sure.
I'm sure that there'll be arguments aplenty.
Oh yeah, no, like this is going to be like I'm gonna call it now and say that someone is going to tell at least one of us that we can't speak English and that we're a faggot or something.
I actually don't get faggot much on my channel, but I'm a girl.
It's true, I'll probably get it if I put this on my channel, so let's put it on your channel instead.
I'm glad I had a disclaimer at the beginning that I'm not a good person.
Right.
So, are there any others that we can think of for linguistic differences?
Uh,
I know one. The difference between the thing you write with and the thing you stick into a wall.
Pen, pin,
Pen,
pen,
pin.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the same pen and pin.
They're not the same.
No, I mean, I'm the same with the rest
Okay.
of you.
All
Yeah,
of us.
apparently that's a northern thing I've heard, if you say them differently. Apparently in the south they're the same.
Okay, so what's the other word for bag?
What?
I work with
I said
someone
that
at
wrong.
a zoo.
What's the other word for sack?
Bag.
I say bag.
I say bag.
Oh, you mean like a thing you carry groceries in? I say a grocery bag.
Yeah, bag.
Bag.
See,
I've heard totes, though.
well,
I've heard
Totes.
beg.
yeah,
Totes, I think,
that's
more
what
of
I'm
like
talking
the
about.
permanent.
Beg. Like beg.
Or-
I was
or-
like, what?
Or,
She's
or
like,
like
a bag. I was like, a what?
when my mother first asked me if I could get her a sack, I thought she was abbreviating the word bagel, because she asked me for a bag.
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 That's what I have not heard.
She's from Colorado, so.
No, when I hear sack, I think of like the more permanent, like cloth base.
Oh, here's something. Say that state name again.
What's
Colorado?
Colorado.
Colorado.
Colorado. Or Colorado. That! Colorado.
So you say Colorado.
Yeah.
With
Colorado.
like the A with the smiley face above it. And we all say Colorado, right?
Colorado.
Yeah, you guys.
Oh,
say
you've got like the AH sound. I've almost got an E in that one. Colorado.
Colorado.
I guess you and I are kind of close together.
Mm.
That's interesting. Okay, what about you put your clothes into this kind of machine?
Laundry machine.
Dryer?
Washing machine.
That kind. Say that word.
Washing machine.
A washer.
Washing machine.
Washing machine. But I've heard people say washing machine with an R
I've
in
heard
it.
that before too.
Also from Colorado, apparently.
Yeah. Well, I mean, R's and words are kind of like a dialect thing. Like, you get idea.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, words that simply end in a vowel will be put, like, they'll have an R on it, and I think that's actually a residual bit from, like British accents that came over and then never quite died out all the way.
Okay, what do you call the thing that you push through a grocery store?
A cart?
Trolley.
Trolley.
I'm sorry, are you from fucking London?
No! It's called a trolley!
Like,
It's
is that
called
what
a
they call it? Everyone calls that in
Shopping
tennis? In Dallas?
I don't know. I've not often said the word to people because we normally carry a basket because we're college students. We're not buying enough to get a trolley.
Right.
I still did.
Yeah, you're not buying enough to get a cart.
Yeah, a cart or a shopping cart.
Or
Yeah.
a like, I've even heard those called baskets.
Yeah, I've heard them called baskets before. But never trolley.
I mean, like, trolley is the kind of thing that you get in Britain, yes. A shopping trolley.
A trolley is something you're like,
That's when I
Yeah,
learned.
you ride on the street, right?
When I
It's like
first
going
saw
to
the-
San Francisco
when I
to
first
ride
heard
the
the
trolley.
word, like in relation to that, it was
Like,
oh, what's that thing? Oh, this like it was on a cartoon or something. It's like oh, let's get the trolley. So like
okay,
from that point on, it's been trolley.
Okay, makes sense.
it could be an individual case.
I've got one, and this one is not dialectical so much as it is like computer-based, but what do you call the file type of the moving image?
Which
Wait.
one?
The one
A
that gets...
GIF?
Yeah,
That one.
GIF.
You know, the .gif file.
Oh, you mean a GIF or a GIF?
Who-
GIF.
Does anyone here say GIF?
I'm
No, I
not
think
actually
GIF.
saying
No,
it out
GIF
loud.
is a peanut butter.
See, that's... Okay. There's no one here that says GIF? Okay, I don't have to murder anyone in their sleep tonight. Good, good. It's a GIF, right?
Right.
Right.
Good.
Sure.
Though I've, during that big argument, like when it was happening on 4chan and Reddit and all that, that's what's in the
That's
frame right here.
Yay! No, that's the candy.
There's nothing in it now.
Oh.
That is sad.
I don't know what just happened, but I'm sorry. But no, I decided that I was going to pronounce it Heath,
Oh.
because, screw everyone else.
I can, yeah.
No, I can't see
Oh, there's
that.
another
You're a dick.
herb and herb.
That's
Oh,
right, yeah.
Some herbs. I
It's-
Herb. I say
herbs.
When I say herb,
We all say herbs because we're American.
American.
Even though, really, I think every American ever has read that word and been like, it should just be herbs. There's no reason for this shit.
well,
America.
I can also point out that we have words like honor and hour, which have
This is
H's
true.
in them.
Yeah.
Which should also be,
Honor and
Honor.
hour.
yes, absolutely.
That sounds
You have no honor
wrong.
like a woman.
How do you spell the word color?
C-O-L-O-U-R.
C-O-L-O-U-R.
C-L-O-R.
Same thing with favorite and honor.
I
And
don't use an L. I use. No.
No use.
My long story, British blood and parents and kind of stuff. So that's where I learned mine.
I have no excuses. I think I must have watched a lot of British shows as a kid.
Blame Doctor Who.
I didn't actually watch Doctor Who as a kid, but I did watch Monty Python from the age of 4.
And that would do it, wouldn't it?
Like, my parents apparently decided to forget about the Castle of Anthrax and all that.
Oh dear.
Or anything else that's naughty in the actual TV series and just let us watch it.
Well, you know, I guess that's how it's gonna be, right? And now for something completely different. We're just hitting the 29 minutes and 31 seconds mark.
Okay,
Shall we wrap this up?
Yeah.